Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, and happy fall, Capricorn, whatever you may be celebrating in October. This is your Runescope for October 2015 with me. My name is Amanda. Just want to remind you, as I always do, these are general readings. So not all messages will apply to you. Those that don't apply to you are for your Capricorn brothers and sisters. So a way you can kind of get a nice balance or get more messages for you that may apply is to watch the video for your rising sign. So definitely do that. If you would like a private session where all of the messages will be for you, you can schedule one with me. I do readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopesforyou@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U, and we can get an appointment set up just for you. My email address is also in the video or below the video if you want to email me after you watch your reading here. If you're on a mobile device, just tap that little arrow beneath the video to open the details section. You'll find my email address and all my details there. Let me get these runes laid out. These tarot cards actually jumped out, and I'll show you what they are as we go through, but yeah, whenever cards jump out when I'm shuffling, I definitely put them on the table because they got something to say. I also wanted to mention I will be offering one more final rune class for 2015. It's completely online, and that will run November 2nd through December 7th. So it will be over well ahead of the holidays if you want to take the course and you haven't had time to do it earlier this year. The deadline to sign up is Thursday, October 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to do that, the cost again is $185. Just drop me a line at that same email address if you'd like more details about that or to sign up. Capricorn. Let's see what we got here. Also wanted to mention I'm using the Vampire Tarot just to kind of get in the mood. Can you see that? Get in the mood of the season here, the spirit of the season. It's by Natalie Hertz. I'm not sure if it's still in print. I'm sure you could find it online if you really wanted it. I just wanted to let you know, everybody always asks if I'm using, what deck I'm using. So, your focus in October, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is one of the cards that jumped out, along with the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords. And these all felt like they wanted to stay together and in this order. So your focus is on keeping the peace. Keeping the peace. You're trying. Or trying to restore the peace. Because Queen of Pentacles in reverse is often associated with earth signs. So it could be yourself, another Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, or somebody with those traits. In the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles can be very jealous and possessive. She can be very cheap, penny pinching, to the point of, this is not just being frugal though. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright is frugal, but the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like there's issues around money. She can be a gold digger. She can be a, just a very selfish individual. Now the Knight of Swords coming up here as well in reverse would be someone generally associated with the signs of air, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Coming up as a knight, someone who's acting immature or who is younger, who you view as younger. Again, in these general readings, doesn't have to be a male even, doesn't have to be an air sign. It's just somebody exhibiting these traits. Now the Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody who says mean things. He is very hurtful with his words. And that may be why the Queen, like if this is you, it doesn't have to be Capricorn. I mean, you certainly probably know other earth signs. But yeah, this could be two people who are throwing insults back and forth. Or there's a disagreement, and the Knight of Swords may be saying you're like this, maybe saying that you are exhibiting these negative traits of the Queen of Pentacles, and you you may not respond. You may be thinking about a response, but I feel like most of you will come back or respond to this in a way where you're trying to keep the peace. You're trying your best to do that. But you may get some zings in there, Capricorn. Now, some of you may really be like this, Capricorn. I don't know. It's gonna differ for all of you, you know? But with the Knight of Swords in reverse too. Now, these may just be two other people you're trying to kind of mediate between, Capricorn. That's another way this can work. Maybe these are other people in the family that are really kind of getting into it with each other, and you're trying to keep the peace. Or you're trying to... This is an armed peace, though. Even if you are the one mediating, you've got a lot of emotions under the surface about this, but you're detaching from them, or you're trying to, and you're trying to maintain... decorum, or trying to maintain the peace in some way. So that's the focus. And this energy may move in and out throughout the month. It's not going to color the whole month, because I think there are some other things going on, and this may be an extension of that. It may be these other areas may be what brings this about, but we'll see as we move along here, Capricorn. Yeah, there seems to be some friction, some fighting, some worrisome things going on among people close to you, Capricorn. And I feel like for most of you, this is personal, because I have no pentacles on the table. I'm sorry, Capricorn. I know you always want to know about your money, but no news is good news. Okay, no news is good news when it comes to money. So finances, you know, they're not going to be a concern for you in the month of October, at least not as much as the other things on the table here. So, so it's all about relationships and personal stuff, and yeah, there's a biased viewpoint going on. And again, for some of you, somebody may tell you that you're being biased, or that you've given biased advice, or that you don't understand. You don't understand this situation, or you may be saying that to someone else. But I feel like you have strong intuition here and spiritual guidance prevalent in October. So it's like you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to come to this, or someone else did. You knew it was going to come to this eventually, and now it's here. And so you've had time to prepare, Capricorn. This is not a new situation that just kind of gallops in. This is something you've been expecting. This has been a long-term thing going on. And it's not just as it's been going on for a long time, it's not going to be fixed. It's not going to be rectified in a short period of time, not overnight. It's going to take some time. It's going to be gradual movement, gradual changes. But there will be change because the Death card is here. So Death card talks about complete transformation. So a situation that has been bad, it's going to start changing for the better, or start moving in a completely opposite direction. It's transforming. There's a situation dying. Death can sometimes signify an actual physical death, but not always. Everybody gets really scared. And this card in the vampire deck does look a little ominous, I will say. But it does not mean physical death always. It can also mean just the death of a situation, which in this case, it looks like the death of this situation would be good, Capricorn. But there does tend to be a bit of loss with death. There's something ending, but there's something new beginning. But if this is what's ending, I think it's good, Capricorn. So, but what I see around is just worry. Worry and concern, and some arguing, and some selfishness, and accusations. There's someone around that you feel is not putting enough effort into something, is not stepping up, is really, really dropping the ball. in some way. This is normally a masculine energy here in reverse, but it doesn't have to be. Again, with these general readings, there's so many of you could just as well be female, but there is someone around you that you feel has really just, the only communication you get is when they have something nasty to say. The Eight of Wands in reversed is talking about negative communication, lack of clarity, but specifically communication that is just yucky. It's like, I only hear from you when you need something, or when something, you know, when you want to sling arrows at me. You know? So I feel like though this person is going through a transformation as well, but they're not sharing what that is. They're going through this too. The Death card is manifesting for everyone around you, Capricorn, in October in some way, but you may not know immediately. You may not even know until months later. Okay, well, until someone tells you, well, you know, I'm sorry I snapped at you, but this was also going on. And it's not just the person you're thinking of. That was a message for everyone. It's not just it's not just this person you think has dropped the ball. It's everyone. So think about it in October, and I think you're going to see clearly, oh yeah, that person had a big transfer, had a big change, a big shift. Everybody's got something big going on in October, so I'm not sure what all the other astrological energies are going on in October, but it seems like they are clearing the decks for a lot of people here, because I feel like it's affecting everybody. And that's probably contributing to a bit of an unstableness in the air and unstableness in the energy here, Capricorn. Now, the help that's going to be available to you is that whoever has disappointed you, they are now, they're suffering for that in some way, Capricorn, because we have the Nine of Swords up here paired with Wunyo reverse and weird. And again, weird with the Death card on the table, that does signify once this door is opened, things are completely different. Some of you may be very well dealing with a death in the family or a loss of someone. And I'm sorry to say that, but with weird and death both on the table, with just one or the other, it's not necessarily the case. But with both of those, for some of you, that may be what's happening to kind of bring up these other issues or put you in contact with these people that maybe you haven't had to deal with in a while. But and for a lot of you, this may be associated with mother or mother's side of the family, or maybe it's mother that is having a lot of the trauma here. Nine of Swords is the card that talks about insomnia, you know, being unable to sleep, you're not able to shut off your mind. And I feel like this is coming up as a help to you though. So I feel like the person who's disappointed you is going through this. No matter what they say, if somebody says something negative to you, that is coming from the fact that for some of you, where they know what you've said is right, that they should feel guilty for not being, you know, stepping up, taking on responsibilities, or handling their responsibilities. It seems like somebody's kind of shirked their responsibilities to the family or to other people, and you are kind of calling them out for that in a major way. I feel like some of you are going to be angry, so angry at someone in October, Capricorn. And it's righteous anger because someone's let you down. But not just you. I mean, someone has let everyone down here. And I think someone's waking up though. You may not know about it in October, but someone is suffering in silence, or someone is suffering for their actions. What can't be changed? We got the Five of Cups with Rido. So some of you may have to postpone a trip. This has to do with disappointment with Rido here. It's like, oh gosh, disappointment that you have to cancel a trip or cancel a vacation, or you may have to travel for sad reasons, which would, I'm sorry, go along with the death card, and weird in the sense of it being the loss of someone. My condolences to those of you who maybe recently have lost someone, or, you know, if this does happen in October, I'm very sorry for that. It does look like it's bringing things to a head, though. For sure. For some of you, it is this loss that's going to bring awaited communication. So, because Rido also talks about communication, it talks about moving forward, big shifts and big changes. So, wow, October is a powerful month, Capricorn. It does seem to be centered around family and, you know, a complete transformation of a situation. This may involve loss for some of you. For some, it just may be, just remember that whoever is being the most defensive is the one that is, it's because you've really hit the nail on the head, or you or someone else has really kind of succinctly predicted or succinctly anticipated what's going on. This also has associations with guilt as well. I do feel like someone's feeling guilty. They know you're right. Maybe you're calling out someone, again, for they're shirking this responsibility, and they get really angry because they know you're right. They know you're absolutely right, and they feel guilty about it. And maybe they don't know how to move forward. They don't know what steps to take to fix it, to rectify it. They don't feel like they can move forward. But whoever this is losing sleep over this. For sure, Capricorn. So it's not going to be the lightest of months, but this is a necessary step to move something out of a negative period. If you can keep that in mind. Again, it's not going to happen overnight, but the progression has started. I think something that's been stuck will no longer be, and with the death card, it really can't be. This is not about limbo. This is about huge change and transformation that affects everyone and is affecting everyone. But it's going to end up in a better place. It's putting an end to a negative period, Capricorn. So just keep that in mind. Stay positive. Remember to trust your intuition in October about what to say, when not to. And Sagittarius had a similar advice about, you know, knowing when to express, knowing when to pull back, that sort of thing. Because if you fly off the rails, that, you know, that's not going to really help the situation all that much. You'll still get where you're going, but, you know, Capricorn, just keep that in mind for October. That is what I see. Good luck with that, my dears, and I'll see you back in November.